In the metropolitan city of Pune, there lives Rahul, an atheist but dedicated corporate manager by occupation, whose very life revolves around relentless pursuit of success in the form of wealth and different ways to enjoy it. From the moment the sun rises to horizon to the fading twilight, he pours all his heart and soul into his work, driven by the allure of wealth and the promises of different pleasures and sensual gratifications it offers. But today morning, as Rahul is navigating through the chaotic streets in Pune, suddenly there is a deafening screech of tires and a violent collision. In a blink of an eye, his world is upside down as metal crumbles and glass shatters around him and his world explodes in pain. Surrounded by the chaos and confusion, he finds himself trapped in a twisted wreckage. His world trembles with pain and his mind becomes numb with shock. Sirens and shouts is all he can hear as paramedics swarm around him for his aid. During his grim situation, he clings to a desperate hope for survival, secretly desiring to live forever and never die. Actually, this intense desire is very common to all living entities from ants to blue whales. As he lay there in ambulance, he hopes for a new chance at life, praying desperately that the doctors in the hospital will manage to save him, and he clings to that hope until he loses his consciousness. In Sanskrit, there is a word called Sat, which literally means the absolute truth, or to be more specific, that truth which remains unaffected by the harsh flow of time. From a fly struggling and resisting against the web of a spider in which it is caught, to our atheist corporate manager Rahul, both have the same innate intense desire to survive against all odds, or to continue to exist and to remain permanent in this impermanent and fleeting world. They are not only unknowingly seeking the same absolute truth or that which does not change, also called Sat in Sanskrit, but they are unknowingly even desiring to become one with it, to become permanent and eternally unchanging just like it. There is another Sanskrit term called CHIT, which can be literally translated to consciousness or awareness. When someone passes away, we either bury or cremate the body. Have you ever wondered why? Because deep down we know that the body is simply a vessel for consciousness and awareness to use in order to interact with the material world. If we truly love the physical body, we would not be so eager to part with it, right? Instead, it is the consciousness or awareness that we actually cherish and love. This highlights our constant yearning for consciousness and awareness, known as CHIT in Sanskrit. And lastly, there is Ananda, which can be literally translated as eternal bliss. From a dung beetle dragging loads of dung to a person working 16 hours a day, here both are working for one sole purpose only, and that is to find joy, pleasure and happiness. The dung beetle drags loads of pile of dung to increase its chances of finding a mate, and human works 16 hours a day to earn money in order to live a comfortable and lavish life. Every living creature wants comfort, pleasure and joy, whether they are insect or human. Let me tell you a fun fact. Female mantises tends to eat male mantises alive after mating. Yet male mantises prefer death over bachelorship. Do you know why? It's because of the temporary joy or pleasure created by chemicals in the brain. Humans, despite being the most intelligent creature on the planet, are no better. They indulge in various types of intoxication for pleasure and entertainment, which slowly deteriorate their mental and physical health from inside out. But all these experiences are fleeting as they disappear after a short period of time. They also enhance our desire and craving for more and more, because they are just temporary pleasure, not the actual eternal bliss of Anand which we actually desire. There exists hunger in a man, proving the availability of the food in the world to eat. There exists thirst in a man, proving the availability of water in the world to drink. Similarly, the innate need or burning intense desire for Sat, Chit and Anand, that is eternal consciousness and bliss, present in every living creature from an ant to a blue whale, causing every creature to run from death, feed, mate and try to survive at all cost, prove the existence of such Chit and Anand to be very much real. The very desire to attain which in every living entity causes the nature and ecosystem to function. According to the teachings of the Sanatana Dharma, the Upanishads and the Puranas, Ishvara or God embodies the very essence of Satchitananda. In other words, we can say that he is the very personification of it. Therefore, even atheist people like Rahul knowingly or unknowingly actively seek Sachidananda only. However, due to ignorance and the lack of deep contemplation, their search is confined to the impermanent changing material reality and different objects of sense gratifications it offers rather than actively searching it within themselves. The only ultimate goal of a human life is to find this Sachidanand and bask in its eternal bliss. While 90% of the people in India dreams of embarking on this greatest adventure at the age of 90, when their bodies are weak, organs begin to fail, and memories to fade, I have chosen to begin now. Why not research the most powerful force in existence at the peak of my life? The mere misdirected desire to attain which Sachidananda is orchestrating the entire ecosystem, nature, cosmos, and the universe itself to function as it is. The question that remains is, when will you start your quest? When will you stop drinking petrol to quench your thirst and instead start seeking water? When will you stop consuming sand in place of food to satisfy your hunger? When will you stop choosing the impermanent illusory material reality over the SAT-CHIT-ANAND? Join me in my journey as we embark together in search of this Sachidananda within ourselves and discover the knowledge after knowing which there is nothing left to be known, and acquire that after acquiring which there is nothing left to be acquired, and see that after seeing which there is nothing left to be seen. Many thanks for listening.